Welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Garden, everyone. So thank you so much for joining me this morning for our Feel Good Friday, the short version. So we're going to begin by lying back and down on our mat. So get yourself comfortable in Savasana. Stretch the crown of your head up towards the back of the mat. Shoulders are relaxed, rolling away from your ears. And if it's comfortable for you, rotate your arms and try and get the backs of your hands on the floor. The heel of the right foot at the right edge of the mat, heel of the left foot at the left edge of the mat, and just take a couple of nice, long, slow, deep inhales and nice, long, slow, delicate exhales, and allow yourself to arrive on your mat. So we're continuing to talk about the breath, and I know it seems a silly thing to talk about because we all know how to breathe. We all breathe every day. Apparently, you can only do without breath for 5 minutes and then you're dead, but 5 minutes seems quite a long time to me. But you would certainly be feeling quite distressed, I think, before the end of the 5 minutes. But today we want to look at how we can use our yoga, our breath rather, to find stillness and softness in our yoga practice. So I've often said that we all breathe here from the top of the chest, and really we need to learn how to breathe properly and breathe mindfully. So I'm just going to read a little bit to you here from Thich Nhat Hanh's The Art of Living. And he says, breathing mindfully, you simply enjoy your in-breath and out-breath. You bring the mind home to the body and you realise that you're alive, still alive. And this is a wonder. To be alive is the greatest of all miracles. And so it is. We have to really appreciate the fact that we're alive today, that we woke up this morning and just feel so blessed to be here. And how we start our day is so important. It just sets the tone for the rest of the day. And that's why it's a good idea to do yoga in the morning, because it just gets everything going and gets oxygen flowing, the juices flowing, energy flowing, all those things that we need to take us through the trials and tribulations of our daily lives. So we're just going to take another couple of nice, long, deep inhales, and this time I would like you to feel that you're sending your breath right down towards Muladhara chakra, right down to the very base of your lungs. So if you imagine, the easiest way to think about it is breathing into your tummy. So your lower abdomen, and just allow your belly to lift as you inhale, as the diaphragm is pushed down by the lungs. Feel you're filling it up, your body right up to the very top. And then take a little sniff in, see if you can get in another little bit. And then sigh it out. And it's quite important to breathe in through your nose, because apparently you have receptors in your nostrils that tell your body to take the oxygen out of the air. So you learn something new every day. Inhale. And then just take another little sniff up in. And exhale. So that little extra sniff just gives you that tiny little bit more. So we'll do one more of those. Inhale. A little extra sniff in when you think you can't take any more. And exhale. Lovely. So we're going to try and really move mindfully with the breath. Feel the softness in our bodies, feel the sensations, all the things that we've been talking about in the last few classes. So just take a big inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale and take another little breath, or a big breath even. And then as you exhale, gently float your arms down by your sides. Bring your knees in towards your chest And just a wee gentle rock from side to side. And just let me remind you, as always, don't do anything that is going to hurt you. Don't do anything that you know doesn't suit your body. Leave it out, use a prop. You do not have to do anything I say. So this is your yoga practice, so make it suit you. And particularly if you haven't done a lot of yoga or are feeling a bit creaky this morning, and we're different every morning. I feel actually quite energized this morning. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you heard that or not. It made me jump. Okay, so now we're going to plant the left foot on the floor, cross your right leg over. If you have the flexibility, you can tuck the toes of the right foot in behind, shoulders relaxed, rolling back and down. You can plant the left foot in the floor and drop your knees over. That's the slightly easier version. Or you can keep the knees coming in towards your chest, squeeze them in and drop them down towards your left hand with control. If you've lifted them off the floor, turn your head and look over your right shoulder. Relax the right shoulder down onto the mat. If it's lifted, bring yourself back up a wee bit. And just feel that lovely breath, breathing into the right side of your lungs at the minute. One more breath here. And then use your core if you can and bring yourself back to center. And we'll do the other side. So plant the right foot, cross the left leg over, tuck it under, squeeze your knees in if you want, or keep them on the floor, your choice. Inhale and exhale. Drop them down to the right, head to the left as long as you've no neck issues, and keep nestling this left shoulder down onto the floor. So this time you're feeling the breath in the left side of the lungs, feeling the stretch all down the left side of the body. And inhale back to center. And then plant your feet on the floor. So from here, we're just going to bring our knees in towards our chest, bring your hands to the back of your thighs if you need to, and begin to straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. So they may not want to straighten initially, give them a wee rub, keep a wee soft bend in your knees if you need to, and any back issues, just go carefully. Maybe put your hands in underneath your bottom here, or maybe even hold on to the edges of your mat. And we're just going to lower one leg down. So you can inhale as you lower and exhale as you lift. Other leg, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. So breathing's the important thing. Try and keep your back nestled down into the mat, and that'll mean that you shouldn't feel it in your back at all. But you will feel it here across your tummy. I certainly do. So we're going to do 2 more complete rounds, if that makes sense, so that we'll have done 5 on each side. Keep your shoulders relaxed. This is where tension wants to creep in. Now I think I'm in my last one. And then bring your knees into your chest, squeeze them in, and just nice wee rock from side to side, and your tummy says, "Whoa, I'm waking up now." Okay, so plant your feet in the floor, and we're just going to roll over onto one side. So we're going to come into our nice, relaxing, lying on the beach, enjoying the sunshine mode. Maybe your book's here, maybe you've changed your position. Wishful thinking. Okay, so use your, it doesn't matter which side you roll onto. I've rolled onto my left side so that you can see me and see what I'm doing. So use your right hand to support you, or maybe, oops, you'll be able to balance without it, but it is quite tricky here with your hand on your head. So you'll need to engage your core here. And we're just going to lift the right leg up and down. So the more you work into the heel of the left leg, the heel of both legs actually, the more steady you'll be. So trying to make sure you're not in a banana shape. So we want to be straight. There should be a straight line down the front of your body. Shoulders away from your ears. And then bring your right hand down for this one and lift both feet off the floor. And feel you're getting into all these muscles in the sides of the body. And lower down. And then we're going to bend the top leg, whichever side you're on. And this is where you're going to use a belt if you can't reach your big toe, or a scarf. And just maybe begin to bring that leg up towards the ceiling. And breathe. So working into the heel of the right foot and leg, or the top foot and leg, sorry. And then we're going to bend it down. And just take it back behind you, so hold on to the front of your foot and just give the quadriceps a wee stretch. Just a wee gentle stretch to warm them up. And back to centre. So now we're going to change sides. So I'm going to turn over this way so it's easier for you to see me. And again, get your nice straight line and bring this hand down in front of you initially. Excuse me. But then if you can, then come into your nice static position. Engage your core. Lift your navel back towards your spine, and honestly that will help your balance no end. And then lift up and down. Keep working into the heels of both legs. As soon as I forget, I start to wobble. So make sure you're not creeping into that banana shape. One more. And then plant your left hand, or maybe you'll be able to do it without planting your hand, but I'm not going to try it. And both feet up, and you'll feel a stretch along those muscles in the sides of your body. And lower. Reach down, maybe you'll take hold of the big toe of the left foot, maybe you'll use your belt, and this side could be different. I always find this side tighter for some reason. Keep working into the heel of the right foot and leg, make sure you stay straight. Correct yourself if you need to. And reach into the heel. So take your time, don't sort of go straight up, but you maybe noticed there that I waited a minute and then I lifted the kneecap on this left leg. And breathe. And then we're going to bend the left knee and just take it back the tiniest wee bit, just giving your left quads a little warm up, a little stretch for what we're doing later on. And then gently release that foot. And from here, roll onto your tummy and bring yourself up and meet me in tabletop. So your knees are below your hips, wrists below your shoulders, fingers are really well spread, index fingers facing forward, and actively pressing the floor away. So lifting up off the mat almost. So it's as if you're trying to lift your shoulder girdle off the tops of your arms. And then we're just going to do a figure of 8. So I find the easiest way to think about this is starting in the middle of your figure of 8 and imagine a pencil at your belly, or you're drawing with your belly button. And then, so we're going to start in the middle and we're going up towards the left hand, around the top, so a wee bit of upper body strength here, round to the right hand, down to the left heel, and around the bottom of the left heel, to the right heel, and across the centre. So we'll do one on the other side now. So we're going over to the right hand this time, round the top, our nice round 8, back round across centre, down, around the right heel, over to the left heel, And we finish off back at the centre. So don't be afraid to kind of let it move a bit and let your hips move, and just notice any wee stiff bits, any wee creaky bits that you need to kind of work on or loosen up a wee bit. So then we're going to lift our right knee up, our right leg rather, and bring our right heel in towards our bottom. And we're just going to circle that knee round. So we're taking it out to the side and then across. So it's, feel that you're getting the movement right up into that right hip. So lifting up and coming round. And then we'll swap sides. Reach back with the left foot and leg. Bring the heel in. Same thing again. Out to the side and in. Don't collapse into the right side now when you do this. Two strong arms. And now we're going to reach back again with the left foot and leg. Sorry, finish that little bit. Maybe move your right hand forward a little bit. So ideally we want the left arch to be in line with the toes of the right foot, but that is a real balancing challenge. So if that's too much, take your foot out, maybe even take your right hand out a bit. So broaden the base of your pose if that's too much of a challenge, because we're going to be losing this hand. We're not going to be losing, we're going to be using it for something else. Okay, so we're just going to do a few inhales. We're going to inhale, draw the right arm up, left arm up, sorry. Reach up to the ceiling. Keep reaching up. See if you can turn and look at your left thumb. Keep pressing into the baby toe side of the left foot. Feel that you're bringing your right ribs forward. Big inhale and exhale down. We'll do one more of those, won't hold it this time. Inhale, reach up and exhale down. So now we're going to do the other side. So bring your left leg in, right leg back. Get your balance first of all. Decide where your right foot's going to be. Really make sure you're nice and secure before you release the right hand. And inhale up to the right, reaching up the ceiling, pressing into the baby toe side of the right foot. Keep reaching up. Bring the left ribs forward. Reaching up. Keep your head, don't let your head collapse. Head in a nice line with your spine, and if you want to, you can look up at your right hand, right thumb. One more breath here. And exhale down. One more of those. Inhale up. And exhale down. And then bring that knee in. Again, establish the base of your posture before we go any further. Pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb, fingers really well spread. Tuck your toes and bring yourself up into downward facing dog. Lift your sit bones up. And just have a little walk with your dog. So we're going to do what will be another little bit of upper body strength. So we've already kind of warmed up for this in our 8-limb pose, where we brought ourselves forward over our wrists. So we're going to do up dog. So once you've walked your down dog, lift your sit bones up, shoulders rolling away from each other and from your ears. Let your head go. Lift your kneecaps up. The big muscles in your legs rolling in towards each other. The arm bones rolling away, so the inner eye of the elbows begins to face forward. Take a big inhale, come up onto your toes, roll forward over your wrists. So we're not doing plank this time, we're coming forward into up dog. So if you need to, put your knees down on the floor. But theoretically, we want to be like this and complete up dog. You'd have the tops of your feet in the floor, but don't worry about that. Just stay on your toes if you want to. But don't dip down too much. You should still be supporting the back body. So keep rolling and lengthening the tail down towards your heels. And exhale back into down dog. And walk your dog. So it's a strong posture, but lovely one for opening up the chest. So we'll do one more. Up onto your toes, roll forward. Knees to the floor if you need to. Keep drawing your chest through. Pressing into the heels or the tops of the feet. Big inhale here. And exhale back into downward facing dog. And then we're going to step our feet a wee bit further apart maybe than usual, and we're just going to flip over onto the baby toe side of the right foot, the big toe side of the left foot. So you're getting a stretch down the left side of the body. Back to centre, and we're going to flip over onto the baby toe side of the left foot, the big toe side of the right foot. So this is the position our feet can be in for side plank. So we're going to have a wee go at side plank. So what you can do now is you can just do exactly what we've done. So you flip onto the baby toe side of the right foot, the big toe side of the left foot. Keep pressing the floor away. So you can stay here if this is enough for you, or you can step your foot forward. Or if you want to try the rail pose, move your right hand in slightly and bring yourself up into a version of side plank. So you can keep your foot here, you can have it here, or if you want to do the full version, you can bring your left foot on top of the right, head in line with your spine. Keep this hand down if you want to, or you can reach it up to the sky. Keep pressing into right hand, strong right hand and arm. Stretching into the heels whether you have one foot on top of the other or not. One more big inhale. Smile. And bring your left hand down and bring yourself back into down dog. So actually I think that's quite a nice way of getting into side plank. So take a wee breather here, or bring your knees down and come into child's pose, your choice, whatever suits you. And we're going to do the other side. So feet slightly wider apart than they might be normally. Flip onto the baby toe side of the left foot, big toe side of the right foot. Move your left hand in a wee bit. Begin to release the right hand, pressing into both heels. Or you can step the right foot forward for a wee bit more support, or one foot on top of the other. Whoops. And then maybe reach your right hand up whether you're here or here or here. It really doesn't matter. But you're trying to lift your hips up. So if your foot's here, press into that right foot. If you're here, press into both feet. And you can look up at your right thumb if you want to. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Roll yourself down and back into down dog. So please take a breather here in child's pose if you need to. Pause the video if you need to. And we're going to charge on. That's very un-yogic. Charge on. So now we're going to look forward and step the right foot through. And you can either plant the left knee or you can keep it raised, your choice. So again, look forward. Notice your breath. So we're trying to get stillness and softness, which I didn't mention at all there in plank pose. But you're trying to reach that point of stillness and softness and use your breath to give you strength in your posture. So before you lift your hands, see if you can find it here. So if you have your back knee lifted, press into the heel of the back foot, press into the front foot, and just reach your arms forward. So we're trying not to lean on that front knee, front leg. One more big inhale here. Find softness, find strength in your breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth if you want to. One more, in and out. And then your next inhale, press into your feet and bring your arms up overhead. Shoulders away from your ears. Reaching up and lunging into the front leg. Look up between your hands if you can. Breathe. Smile. Think how wonderful this is. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Big inhale and exhale. Turn. See if you can get the left elbow onto the outside of the left thigh. Otherwise, put your left hand on your, right thigh. What am I talking about? Left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand behind. Or elbow. Your choice. One more breath here. And exhale. Bring yourself down. Press into the front foot. Back into down dog. Walk your dog. Press into the right foot. Look forward. Step through with the left foot. Either right knee to the floor or keep it lifted. Get your balance before you do anything and find the strength and the stillness in your breath. Arms forward. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth if you want to. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale. Press into both feet. Lunge into the front leg. Reaching up. Shoulders rolling back and down. Look up. Smile. It is wonderful to be alive. It's wonderful to have this breath. This air. One more big inhale here. And then hands to your heart center or right hand to the outside of the left thigh. You really do need to not swing your head about in this posture. Big inhale and exhale. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. And maybe you look over your left shoulder. And smile and breathe. One more big inhale here. And release your hands. Frame the front foot with your hands. Press into the back foot and spring forward. And meet me with your feet about hip width apart. Pressing into all four corners. Bend your knees as deeply as you need to. And come into Uttanasana. So take hold of your elbows. Allow the crown of your head to come down towards the floor. Inhale. And exhale. And just let everything go. Feel your stretching out along the back body. No work on the upper body. Just loose, long, relaxed, like a rag doll. And then press strongly into both feet, all four corners of both feet, and nice and slowly bring yourself up into extended Tadasana. Draw down that air. Inhale and exhale. And just notice how good you feel. So we're going to do dancer pose now, our wee balancing pose for the day. So if you do, you need to go to the wall and judge your distance just by leaning forward and your fingers just touch the wall, no more. Otherwise, and again you can use your belt for this, put the belt around your foot if you can't reach your foot. So spread the toes of the left foot so you have a lovely broad base, and begin to lift your right knee. See if you can take it back and maybe take hold of your right foot, your right ankle, or use your belt. So we want both knees in line at the minute. And if you want to, I find it helpful to take a mudra here. Focus on that mudra, helps with your balance. And then begin to lift your right thigh up towards the ceiling. And then press your hand into your foot into your hand, and breathe. See if you can get to that place of softness and stillness. Wobbling's okay. One more breath, and then gently release the right foot and leg. Well done. Okay, so other side. Feet well spread, right foot well spread this time. Shoulders rolling back and down. Engage your core. Core is so important for these balancing postures. Core is important for everything, just for standing, but particularly for our balancing postures. Reduce contact with the left foot. Bring it back. So initially we want the two knees in line. Take your mudra. If you want to, reach your right hand up. So stay here if this is not enough for you. If this is enough of a challenge for you, stay here. But maybe you'll begin to lift the left thigh up to the ceiling. And then press your foot into your hand and your hand into your foot. And see if you can come to a place of softness. Breathe. And then gently release your left foot. Bring your hand down, and we'll make our way down onto the mat. So bring yourself down nice and slowly, and place the soles of your feet on the floor. Take your arms out, and then just allow your knees to drop down to the right, turn your head to the left. So no squeezing, no holding, just a nice little gentle twist. Inhale back to center, exhale down to the left. And again, no squeezing, just as soft as you can make it. Inhale back to center. And then bring your hands in a little bit, straighten your legs out along the floor. Tuck your shoulders in under, and you're ready for your final relaxation. So soften your shoulders into the mat. Feel as if the whole of your back body is softening down into your mat. See if you can let something else go a little tiny, tiny bit more. Feel that every muscle, every sinew, every joint, every bone is softening, releasing, relaxing, letting go. No more hard work, no more effort. And take a nice, long, slow, deep inhale. And then when you feel you've taken in a full breath, have a wee sniff. And take up another little bit. And then open your mouth wide and just sigh it out. Another one like that. Inhale. And then when you think you've filled your lungs up, take a wee sniff. And then open your mouth wide and sigh it out. Feel it moving through your body as it leaves its little route across along your body, through your body. One more nice long inhale. And again, another little sniff in. A wee bit more. And this time seal your lips lightly and just whisper it out through your nostrils. And return to your natural breath. So please allow yourself to rest here for as long as feels right for you, or as long as you have time for. Otherwise, we're going to bring our hands together at our heart center. May everyone know a life of joy. May everyone know a life of peace. May everyone see only the good in the world. Thank you so much for joining me for this short practice. Have a lovely day or evening, whatever you have planned, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Namaste.